Singapore is perfect for a quick escape, and if you're a history buff, listen up. I'm going to show you how to holiday fast and dive deep into the past, because history is in our food, the walls, and even underwater.
I'm Fauzie Laily, actor, singer, host, and history enthusiast. Today, you are gonna time travel with me into Singapore's past.
This is my city speed run. We begin at the Singapore River, the birthplace of modern Singapore. For 200 years, it powered the island's trade and shaped the city we know today. And right at its mouth sits the historic Fullerton Hotel. Located in the heart of the city centre, it's the perfect place to settle into for a short history-filled stay.
In 1928, this building served as the home of the General Post Office. Today, it's been converted into the Fullerton Hotel. And guess what? I'll be checking in.
Today, traces of Fullerton's postal history remain. The Fullerton Heritage Gallery preserves this history by documenting its rich past and capturing the memories of Singapore's pioneers.
Now this is interesting. Check out Singapore's evolution of the post box from the 1950s up till today. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is where I'll be staying for the evening. The Governor's Suite. This is what I call living in history.
This posh accommodation is over 800 square feet, with plush bedding, spacious bathrooms, and separate dining and living areas. Architectural motifs from the 1920s adorn the walls of this grand suite. But my favorite part, the veranda. Flanked by the iconic 20 feet tall Doric columns, it frames a stunning view of the historic district. At $6,000 per night, guests can enjoy complimentary butler service and exclusive lounge access. But the chance to unwind in colonial luxury is priceless. If you're looking for an even deeper dive into Singapore's history, forget the textbooks. Just a 20-minute walk from the Fullerton is the National Museum of Singapore. Inside is the Odyssea, a rich multimedia exhibit where you can discover all 700 years of Singapore's past. Before you begin, you'll need to choose between 3 RFID wristbands. You'll need its accessory later. Inside, learn the history of Singapore in reverse. Begin with an exciting vision of Singapore and descend a spiral ramp into different chapters of Singapore's past.
As you can see, I have a friendly companion that is the swordfish. This creature is generated by my RFID tag and it will follow me as I continue throughout this journey. Let's go! The graphics are crazy. Nice. When my swordfish pairs up with another person's companion, it will trigger these runes and it will reveal a hidden story like this. Wait for it. So cool!
Did you know Singapore's first maps were drawn over 700 years ago? Or that it was once a significant Malay kingdom that was crucial to the trading world in maritime Southeast Asia? The Odyssey lets you experience my city's history in a whole new way. From wartime Singapore to pre-colonial beginnings and into a digital waterfall. Here, each visitor becomes part of the installation. The floor is interactive. The screen is interactive. Take a step closer and watch the waters part, unveiling a snapshot of history. And finally, learn about Malay folklore. Meet the legendary creatures that shape Singapore's relationship with the sea and land and our place within.
Fun fact, I'm allergic to crabs, so I shall stay away.
It's time to return my companion and end my journey with a final voyage through Singapore's ancient history.
Wow! I feel like I'm in a Disney movie. So cool.
Next, I'm heading to another historic district in Singapore, Kampong Glam. In the 19th century, this was a port town that became the center for Malay and Muslim communities.
In 1989, this was gazetted as a Kampong Glam Conservation Area, where many buildings like this one remain today.
Gedung Kuning is also known as Yellow Mansion and was a place of residence for Malay royalty. Today, it is home to Permata, a restaurant that honors the royal Malay heritage in its food.
They sell Nusantara cuisine. So, perfect for us to see the food that is sold in this region.
Nusantara cuisine is the traditional cooking of the Malay archipelago, including Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore.
So as you can see, most of the dishes here are filled with spice. If you're into spice, you're into spicy food, you're into taste, you have to eat here in Permata.
You can find iconic Nusantara dishes like beef rendang, nasi goreng, as well as Singaporean favourites like Nyonya Laksa, a spicy noodle soup with coconut curry.
Nyonya Laksa. You have the noodles, you have the eggs, fish cake, so it's up to you how you want to assemble this dish on your own. But most importantly, this is the main gravy. So this is the star of the dish right here. Woo. I actually saw one favorite dish of mine. It's actually a dessert. Bubur pulut hitam. Bubur pulut hitam, my late grandma used to cook it every time we have Ramadan gatherings, and this brings back fond memories of my childhood, definitely.
The food here really brings me back down memory lane. But my tailored guide to Singapore's past doesn't end in the 19th century. My next stop brings us to Nanyang. Nanyang coffee, known as kopi, is a traditional Southeast Asian coffee blend, and you just can't come to Singapore without trying our local brew. But instead of just drinking our coffee, why not make it yourself? Learn to brew your own cup and savor a sip of Singapore's history.
If you want to drink a kopi, don't expect to taste an espresso. In Singapore, we prepare it very differently. And if you want to brew your own cup, this is the place to do it.
This style of coffee is referred to as Nanyang coffee. Nanyang means South Seas and refers to the region where Chinese settlers migrated to.
What makes Nanyang coffee very different and very unique?
So Nanyang coffee uses Robusta beans. You can see over here, these are raw green Robusta beans. Right. The end product that the Nanyang coffee uses is this one, after it's done.
It's the same one, but it's much
Yes,
darker.
this is done already. So this has been roasted and been coated with sugar and margarine.
Coated with sugar and margarine. Why?
So in the past, when settlers were coming down, they used sugar and margarine to help it to preserve it.
So that helps to keep it much longer because they were
The
all
shelf life.
on the ship, right?
Correct. And it also masks the bitterness of the Robusta beans itself.
So that's what makes it different.
Correct.
So now, can you show me how to make a traditional cup of Nanyang coffee?
Kopi represents a multicultural Singapore. It has a Malay name with Hainanese origins and is enjoyed by all.
Yes, you are accompanying me? Yes. Okay. Even the chicken wants to drink a kopi. Smell a fresh kopi.
So now we are going to start pouring it in.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay. Look at that. I made my own kopi today. Mama, when's my first day to work here? No?
Anytime.
Anytime, huh? This kopi is the perfect fuel for my last and final stop on my hunt for history.
My historical guide to Singapore isn't complete without a visit to one of the oldest restaurants here.
This is Islamic restaurant, established in 1921. It's not called the Granddaddy of Biryani for nothing.
Islamic restaurant was started by M. Abdul Rahman, a master chef for the Alsagoffs, a prominent Arab family of merchants and philanthropists.
This family-run business has been through 5 generations, serving the renowned biryani, a rice dish that is loved by all. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. So this is the mutton biryani, and it's one of the most popular dish in the menu.
This biryani uses a century-old family recipe that combines Indian and Turkish styles, setting it apart from other biryanis.
And just by having a mouthful of this, I can understand why it has stayed as one of the most prominent dish in Singapore. Yes. So good, so delicious.
So that is my historical guide to Singapore for all you enthusiasts. And that is my city speed run.